Today we're crossing borders and checking off country number 5 of our Southeast Asia adventure. We're going from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam to Phnom Penh in Cambodia. I'll take you with us every step of the way, from the transport company we chose to visa information to our first impressions when we finally roll into Phnom Penh. It's going to be a long journey full of surprises, so let's get going. Good morning Vietnam and hello from Ho Chi Minh City. Today we're going to be crossing the border over into Cambodia as we are taking a 6-hour bus to Phnom Penh. So we've chosen to go with the company Giant Ibis, and it's going to cost us £56.80. And the reason we chose to go with them is because they're meant to be very helpful when crossing the border with our visas, etc. It is slightly more expensive than most buses, but it is meant to be a very comfortable bus, and with the help from the border crossing, we thought this would be the best one to take. So I'll show you my experience of this bus, but we're now going to order a Grab taxi to the stop, so let's get going. So the Grabs came to just over 40,000 dong, which is around £1.24, and it's only a 5-minute journey from Woody House Boutique to the bus station. Arrived at the Giant Ibis station and then checked in, and they actually printed our e-visa off for us, which was quite good because we need that printing off to actually get through the border. And once we got on, we were given a pastry, which is actually really nice, and a bottle of water, and I'll show you the seats now. So we've got one sort of drinks holder there, got a little pocket to put stuff, got a footrest. You can actually lift up the second footrest down here too by using a lever. Then there's like a little table thing which comes out, which is quite cool. So if you want to eat anything, got a little table there, and then there's a plug socket which is just down below me to the side here, and there's quite a lot of leg room, which is quite nice. So Beth's obviously there, she already had her pastry. And it's now a 7-hour journey, so we're told it's 7 hours, and we also get given lunch too, which is good. So I think we're stopping off in sort of 2.5 hours when we get to the border in Cambodia. Then we get lunch, and then there's also a second stop at some services if you need to go to the toilet and stuff. But we're just going to chill out now, relax, and enjoy the ride. Getting a tourist visa for Cambodia is super easy. Just scan your passport, fill out your info online. I'll leave a link to that in the description below, and you'll get 30 days to explore Cambodia. I'll post a video soon showing exactly how to do this. So we've just arrived at the border in Cambodia, and we're just handing in our e-visa now. I forgot to put my middle name on one of the forms, so they're going to charge me another $25 on top, which is a bit annoying because the actual e-visa itself is $30 each. And we are through into Cambodia, and we've actually made our way to like a duty-free area here. So it's quite open and spacious. It looks quite nice too. But I did unfortunately lose my $25 that was taken off me, which is pretty frustrating. So basically when you're applying for the e-visa and it says given name, you actually need to do all your names, so Elliot Joseph, so don't forget to do your middle names because that completely has screwed me over and we've lost $25 because of it. But the bus driver took it off us after we'd gone through, so I was a little bit sceptical on where that $25 had gone. But Beth has now ordered some food for lunch. I thought we were actually going to get lunch with the bus company, but it looks like we're not. So Beth's having to order that. And again, that is all in dollars. So that's a little bit frustrating because we're basically using all of our dollars at once. Beth has ordered the vegetable fried rice and it has just arrived, and that looks like a very spicy sauce. So if it was me, I'd stay well away from that, but she'll have to give it a try and let us know what she thinks. So it's quite nice. It came to $3.50, so not too expensive either. And we've actually been given some Cambodian riel back, so the change was in dollar and then Cambodian a riel, so we need to get used to saying that now rather than the Vietnamese dong. Oh, someone just dropped their fork on the floor, but we're now going to head back onto the bus where we've got another like 2 hours until we get to our next stop. So I was wrong, we've now arrived at the Cambodia border. So we've been in no man's land. So it's like a strip of about 100 meters of no man's land before you actually get to the Cambodia border, which is where we are right now. And we're just going to basically get our passport stamped again to say that we are in Cambodia. So we've just had it stamped, so we've left Vietnam. Then you've got the section in the middle where you get given your passport back, and then you go back to this section now where they have to stamp it to say you're entering, and that's where the visa and everything is sorted too. And we have officially made it here into Cambodia, so looking forward to giving the whole country an explore, and I'll tell you all the places which we are going around to see later on at the end of the vlog. An hour and a half later and we've stopped off at the services. So it's basically got a shop, a little restaurant slash cafe, so you can get a drink, and then it's got the toilets too, although the toilets don't look that inviting, but Beth's just gone, so I'll have to ask her what she thought of it. So that is the cafe there. You've obviously got the shops, and then the two toilets are out the back. I'm not going to go into them because I really don't want to. And so Beth just got back from the toilet and she said it was not very nice, and there was actually a man in the woman's toilet that had left the door open too, so she went to see whether there was anyone in the bathroom, because obviously the door was open, and she just saw the back of a guy having a wee, so that was lovely for her. But we're having 10 minutes at this stop, and then we're jumping back on the bus before heading to Phnom Penh, which I believe is actually the capital of Cambodia. So we reckon it's about 2 hours left, and the heat is here. Every time we get off, it gets hotter and hotter, so I don't know whether the temp's higher. We're gonna have to check it out once we get to Phnom Penh. And we have arrived in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. So overall, the bus was really nice. Definitely recommend taking that one. They are really helpful with the visas, and they take you straight through the border control and stuff like that. So it is very useful. You probably can get cheaper options if you do want to. And I'm still seething about that $25 for not putting my middle name on the visa form. But we can forget about that now, as we are here in Cambodia, so we just need to enjoy that now. Once we got dropped off at the night market, we then decided to get a tuk-tuk, which you can get on the Grab. So we used the Grab app, got a tuk-tuk, cost us about 6,000 to get here, which is around £1, so not bad at all. Very hot on there though. They don't have any air conditioning on a tuk-tuk, and also the engine's right behind you, so it's like heating you up like a sauna. But as you can see, we have checked into our hotel. So we are staying at Soho Residence, Phnom Penh, in the junior suite, and it costs just £28 per night. So let me show you around, because it is a very big room again, and obviously with the suite, we've got all the amenities too. Starting off with the hob slash cooker, and then you've obviously got the sink, kettle, all of the normal amenities for a suite. You then have the fridge, and then as you come through to the next section, you've got a nice and big double bed. I don't know, it's probably a queen bed or a king bed that. Beth had to ask for another pillow because they only had the one pillow, and it's got air conditioning, which is very good news. You've then got this side, which obviously has the TV, the waters that they give you, all of the cupboards, wardrobe space, which is good, and a hairdryer. Then as you come back through here, you can see there's obviously the seating in front of us. So if you do want to make a meal, which we won't be doing, then you can sit there. But we've got a washing machine, which is good news. Means that we don't need to pay for any washing. Might have to go and get some washing up liquid and stuff though, if you do want to use that. They've got a microwave up here too, but this is the bathroom. So it's quite a nice, big, spacious and modern bathroom again, which is nice. And you've obviously got the glass doors, not a wet room, which is what I like to see. And then the toilet and sink area looks pretty nice too. So for £28 per night, that is pretty good. We're very happy with that. But we're going to go out in just a moment for some food. Not decided where we're going to be going yet. So once we've got ready, I'll let you know. So a quick changeover, and we are heading out to Bassac Lane, which is actually meant for its nightlife and cool bars and quirky restaurants and live music. So we're hoping that it'll be pretty cool down there. And we're going to a Greek restaurant tonight, so we know where we're going tonight. But if we do see some other restaurants which we like the look of, then maybe we might come back to it on another one of the nights. But we also want to check out the night market too, and maybe the riverside. So we'll have to have a think about it over the next couple of days. So let's get going. Hey, look at that. They've got a Burger King here in Phnom Penh, but we're not going to be going there tonight, unfortunately, as we want to go to a bit of a fancy restaurant and hopefully it's going to be nice Greek food, which you've not had yet. But we took out some Cambodian riel on the way because it's actually a closed currency, so you can't get it in the UK, you can only get it once you've got here. And we took some out the ATM, which has a fixed fee of £3.80, no matter whether you take the Cambodian riel out, or you can also take out US dollar. So we decided to take out riel in the end rather than dollar, because the US dollar doesn't go low enough in denomination. So when you get change from dollar, they end up giving you riel. So to make it less confusing, riel is definitely the better currency to take. Also, if you're trying to pay for like tuk-tuks and things like that, they may not have the change for dollar and you end up getting riel again. But we have arrived at Bassac Lane, so it's looking like it's popping off already. But again, it's annoying with all the cars and bikes coming down here, but we'll go and try and find our Greek restaurant. There's so much option for food and drinks. You've got the Captain Sports Bar, go watch the football. You've got a Japanese restaurant, Mexican restaurant, then you've got street food over here, cool little flamingo karaoke bar. So it's pretty much everything on the street, and it looks really cool. I'm loving the look of it already here in Phnom Penh. It's also got cool little side streets as well as the main street down there. I'm surprised that the bikes do actually go down this street, because they have got like a barrier here, but I suppose smaller bikes can still get through. And we have arrived at the Elia Greek kitchen, which looks really cool, I have to say. It's very impressive. Beth will show you around. It feels like we're actually in Greece itself. It's really well decorated. And we've been to Rhodes plenty of times, and it just feels like I'm back home in Greece doing a holiday in Europe. But we've ordered our food. We've both gone for a gyros. So Beth's gone for the vegan gyros and I've gone for a chicken one. And then for drinks, we're trying the first Cambodian beer of the trip, which is called Cambodia. So not very inventive name for a drink, but we'll tip that out. While I'm tipping this out, Beth has got the white sangria. So it's nice to see her drinking and getting absolutely smashed tonight. You might be able to hear as well in the background, they've got live music, and that's from the bar next door, which is quite good because we can hear it from here. But let's give it a try. That's actually a pretty good one, to be fair. Out of all the ones I've tried, that's definitely up there with the top ones, so cheers to that. Food has arrived and it looks delicious too. Beth's got her vegan gyros there, which looks good, and then I have got my chicken gyros. So let's give them a try. So just take a quick bite out of this. It also comes with chips too. Very messy, but it tastes very nice, and it's like nothing that we've had the whole trip so far. So I'm going to look forward to eating the rest of this. Desserts have arrived and look incredible. So I have gone for the cookies and cream milkshake. I'm a very happy boy today, honestly. I've been dreaming about these, so I'm happy that I'm finally able to have one. And Beth has got a sorbet. I think it was a passion fruit sorbet? A passion fruit sorbet, which looks nice and refreshing too. But let's give this milkshake a try. Oh, cold on the teeth, but that is a good milkshake. I'm going to devour that, and then we're going to head back to the hotel, and I'll let you how much the whole meal was in total. And we are back in the room. So the food came to 91,200 rial in the end, which is around $22. But it was really weird because it was actually all in dollars. So then you could pay in dollars or real, and the exchange rate I think was better for the dollars. But then we went to the shop and everything was in real, but then when we got to the till it was all in dollars again. So it's really confusing. I'm not too sure whether it's best to pay in dollar or real, or whether it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But if we're paying in real, I'm guessing it'll be slightly better because the dollar is worth more. I don't know. Someone will have to let me know down in the comment section below who does understand it. We also bought some Oreos and some breakfast for the morning. Beth couldn't find any cereal, unfortunately, but I think that came to 6,600 reals, so that's that too. But now we're going to head off to bed because tomorrow we want to experience a lot of things whilst we are here in Phnom Penh. So we've got the killing fields, which are very deep and dark, and also the genocide museum, which again is very dark. So we're going to have a very dark day tomorrow, but it should be really interesting learning all about the history because I know nothing about it whatsoever. But if you did enjoy this one, do make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see some more of this content. It goes a long way to supporting the channel too, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's vlog.